to touch upon the quality of life issue, I'm going to ask Lieutenant Udis to talk about some of the stuff that we've been working on, and some of the arrested, starting from graffiti to armed robbery. He's going to tell you some of the stuff that we've been working on since we've been there.
Okay,
Mayor,
fine.
this side.
I got you next. Reverend, I got you next.
Okay,
Got you next.
as you know, public housing does not allow any criminal activity, you're out of the building. But that's not the case with affordable housing in New Jersey City. In fact, we renewed 2 very large vacant, maybe 30 more years, like Salem Lafayette. We're not doing the same thing to the housing that you're providing or other mayors are providing. There's criminal elements in there. We're not telling them, get out. I mean, that's my tax dollars subsidizing somebody doing a drug activity, and that should not be. And I distinctly remember when I was living downtown on Montgomery Street, we were promised on Montgomery Street, everyone living in that building will not be involved in drug activity. Well, that was all baloney. That happened on Montgomery Street. Well, that was Montgomery downtown. But the same thing is all over Jersey City. We're not policing. We're not making it the same as public housing. You commit a crime, you're out. You're bringing in a lot of affordable housing. And those buildings, you're bringing in criminal activities. And that should be policed in the same way public housing say you're out. And that's not happening with that. And I've seen communities, I mean, it really annoys me. This happened is Bergen, some buildings Bergen Avenue gave more of a abatement to, buildings full of criminal activities. I said Bergen Lafayette, but that should not be. If you're here and I'm subsidizing your education, then those people should not be in there, be involved in any criminal activity. And if you're putting in more affordable housing, not one person should have one criminal activity. It is wrong. It's absolutely wrong to bring that into a neighborhood.
So do you have specific examples?
One example would be Salem Lafayette. We renewed that in 2013 and is now a total of 66 years out of that. And that particular area has a lot of crime there. We renewed the abatement on several buildings on Bergen Avenue. Those buildings there's a lot of crime in those buildings.
So let me answer that. You'll renew a complex like Salem Lafayette because
Yeah.
I think rightfully we assume that not everybody inside the building is doing illegal activity.
But some of those who are should be kicked out.
And there are people in conventional housing that are doing illegal activity. So it's not a blanket one size fits all. We will renew those because to protect the affordable housing ultimately is why we do it. Now, if you have specific complaints per person or per unit, tell us.
But it should be like public housing, I'm saying. I am not subsidizing a person who's not receiving affordable housing. I am subsidizing the person who is, and those people should not be involved in criminal activity. They should be out. That's the bottom line. It should be just like public housing, which has one strike and you're out. You have that law. But it's not that way in affordable housing. So since it involves my tax dollars, I'm saying why should anyone be there to terrorize people in those buildings? They should not be there.
I will look into what's happening in Salem Lafayette. I can't speak exactly. Go ahead.
Salem Lafayette, just to touch on, you're absolutely right. What you said is very important because one of the elements that we have in Jersey City that's unique to areas like Bergen and Lexington,
That
Salem
area.
Lafayette, Marion Gardens, is the bad element actually lives there. So it's not like I could go arrest you and take you out of there and now it's a nice neighborhood. You're going to be released, you go back to live there. What we've had great success with, we started with Bergen and Lex. Mr. Knox is the property manager, he took over there. What we've gotten into is we're starting to use and enforce a tool that's available to us called the DORAs, the Drug-Oriented Restraining Orders. That basically means if you're dealing drugs in front of a location, we can get a restraining order similar to a domestic violence restraining order that keeps you from that location. You're in that location, I can just grab you and arrest you for violating the order. Back to Bergen and Lexington, which we've used as our model that we've started. We've started a relationship, most of you know Detective Doris Johnson. She was my previous community officer. She was instrumental in helping start this, and we've had great success at Bergen and Lexington. We are working hand in hand with the building management, where any time our narcotics units, our detectives, our officers end up making an arrest, just like you said, there's a troublemaker lives in the building. We get together with the building management, we provide them what they need to seek the evictions. As a police department, we're unable to do that. But Mr. Knox himself has worked tremendously well with us, and we're looking to expand that into Salem Lafayette and the Marion Gardens, where I make an arrest, I just arrested Chico, he was dealing drugs, you're gonna help me evict him now. You're gonna get that. Clean out for us, and we're gonna put a better tenant in there that's a law-abiding citizen that deserves that house. So we've had great success in Bergen and Lexington, and we're looking to move that forward into
I
South
want
Ave.
you to know that when they did the housing on Montgomery Street near the library downtown, and they asked the support of the community, we were told that not one person living in that whole complex there will have a record or be involved in crime. Obviously, that is an absolute lie. Sometime in the 90s, I saw an issue of cops, and it was, Montgomery Street on television. And I was kind of shocked by that, a block away from me. The point of it is, anyone receiving subsidized housing on my dime should not be living there if they're dealing crime. That's a gift. I never got it. That's a gift. So why should anyone being there who is not only is that a bad influence for people living there, but it's not safe for the people in there, the people who are not involved with crime. And I think every one of them should be evicted when their lease is up. I'm sorry. I don't get it.
Okay, Pastor, you have okay, Pastor.